Hey everybody, it's Aaron Sling with 3 Dynamics. Thanks for watching. Got another really short video for you on our unclone correct SOPMOD Block 2 clone build. So we just got done putting this together. We've run maybe 300-400 rounds through it. Everything's working good so far. And we're just going to give you a rundown of what parts we used, how I got set up, a little bit of why, and let you know what we think so far. I'm personally really excited to have this build done. It's kind of like a nostalgia thing from back in the GWAT days. So I had a lot of fun putting it together. Still waiting on a few small parts, but you know, we'll have more videos follow up. You guys get to see what we change and stuff like that. But right off the bat, getting into it, all these parts you see on here are provided by us. We're not affiliated with anybody, and nobody sponsors us because nobody knows who the hell we are. If you see me sweating like a priest at a Little League game out here, it's because I'm in the shop, door shut, and it's hot. So excuse that. So getting right into it, I said it's unclone correct because there's only about 3 parts on here that are actually clone correct. The rest of it, either I wasn't able to source or I wasn't going to pay for that particular brand. But starting from tip to butt, just like Flannel Daddy would like, right out here is a dead air brake. Traditionally don't run brakes on guns, usually a flash hider, but I already had this in the shop and I'm waiting on a Sandman S to get out of NFA jail. And this thing's gonna be wearing a can anytime it's at the range, so that brake won't really matter. So one of the clone correct parts on here is gonna be the barrel. The barrel is a government profile COLT 14.5 inch, it's pin and welded barrel. So the 2 types of barrels you'd see would be the government profile and a SOCOM profile. So this one happens to be the government profile. It's basically an M4 with an extended rail. So moving on to the rail, another clone correct part. It's a Daniel Defense RIS II FSP. The FSP stands for front sight post. It's got a cutout there for it. Also has a cutout on the bottom there where your bayonet lug would go. I can tell you, if you haven't been wearing gloves and you're running that for a while, where I grip mine at, that gets pretty warm on the finger there. So moving on from there, the lite Surefire M600 Scout 500 lumen model, and it's sitting on an Arisaka side scout mount, obviously Picatinny version. Right up there is a full power PEC from L3. Despite what some people may have heard, it is legal to own full power laser designators, IR devices, whatever. You just can't order it straight from L3, and if you have one and it ever breaks and you're not a government agency or something like that, L3 will keep it if you send it back to them for repair, so you have to find your own repair shop and your own sources to get one. But it is legal to have one. So moving on back from there, powering both of those, is I believe these are mod button or Modlite mod button lights. I believe that's how it's worded. So got the 4.5 inch cable version, plenty of room for what I need on here, and where I happen to grip the rifle, just like this, I can actuate the light, no problem. And then the laser, I don't know if you can see that. Yep, there it is. Without having to change my grip up a whole lot, I hit the light and laser, and I really just have to move my thumb. So I like that quite a bit. As far as cable management, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we only got a couple hundred rounds through here, but so far these have actually stayed tucked right here without anything on there. So we'll see how long that lasts. It's kind of in a tough spot for cable management, as hot as everything gets right up here, because you know your front sight post basically acts as your gas block right here. But we'll see. Hopefully they just stay tucked right there. Underneath, BCM Gunfighter Mod 3 grip. You can angle it forwards or backwards. We've got this one, what you'd call it's backwards, can out. Does it really make a difference as far as being able to pull it in your shoulder? Probably not, but that's just how I like to run it. Either way is correct though. So moving on back from there, we get into all the rest of the pretty much unclone correct stuff, minus these rear sights. EOTECH EXPS 3-0 sets at a lower 1/3 co-witness height, and it is the model that is night vision compatible right there with the NV. As far as that being clone correct, running around in the past few years, probably yeah. The guys that may still have these SOPMOD Block 2 rifles? Probably yes. But when they come out, I don't believe this EOTECH, particular model of EOTECH existed yet. Setting back from there is a Matech, or Matech, however you want to pronounce it. Flip up sight. This would probably be, these are Knights armaments, probably what you would have seen on, out in the wild with these. It's it's just a backup sight. Doesn't need to be super fancy. This one happens to have elevation from 200 all the way down to 600. And then just tucks right back in. So the upper receiver itself is an Aero Precision upper receiver. And we're running a Radian Raptor charging handle. This is the regular model. It's not the one with the cutouts for suppressors or anything like that. Then inside is a Expo Arms bolt carrier group. So I found these on sale. I read a lot of reviews, not just ones that said gun ran real good, bolt carrier's great, all that. Guys who actually said they put them in, tested them out, gauged them out, and said they were good. So I ordered two. They're in two different. The other ones happens to be in this upper right here. So we'll see how those end up lasting, but I got high hopes for them. And as far as the upper, I think we're good. Lower receiver, this is a Palmetto State Armory M4 carbine marked lower receiver. You can say what you want about PSA. I don't know that I've ever had a product from them other than this lower receiver. And the only reason why I got it is because I'm a big fucking nerd and it says M4, property U.S. government M4 carbine. And I wanted that for kind of the cloniness on the build. As far as PSA stuff goes, everything seems to be in spec to me. So, I know they've had some rough stuff going the past couple years with quality control and all that, but like I said, this is my sample size of one part that I've ever owned from them. But we'll see. Lower parts kit, Aero Precision again. Then the trigger is a Geissle SSA Super Semi-Automatic. It is a 2-stage trigger. By the way, weapon is clear. I'll go ahead and let you look at that trigger real quick. There's your first stage, your wall, and brake. Reset. Right there. First stage, wall, brake. So I really enjoyed running this. The couple hundred rounds we've got to run through it, I liked it way more than what I thought it would. It's got me reconsidering maybe putting some Geissle 2 stages in some other rifles. Traditionally I run single stage CMCs. I've had some other Geissle triggers. The SD3G, I don't think that's actually a 2-stage or a single stage, something in between. But this is my first 2-stage to actually own and get a lot of rounds, a significant amount of rounds other than just, plinking off a buddy's rifle or something like that. And so far I really like it way more than what I thought I would. So the grip or the trigger guard, BCM Mod 0 trigger guard and BCM Mod 3 gunfighter grip. So traditionally this is probably my favorite grip for AR-15 pattern rifle. I've had several of them through the years. My only complaint is the side texturing and the front texturing, pretty decent. The rear of the grip right here is slicker than a gator stick. Whenever it's like rainy, if you train in the rain or you get sweaty, you're not wearing gloves, whatever, it's super slick back here. Sometimes if you just got sweaty palms because you're nervous at a class or something like that, you'll feel how slick that is. And so traditionally what I've done in the past is take a wood burner and just stipple, nothing fancy, just stipple right there to get some extra grip. But I've got the Goon tape on there right now. We've got a video on that if you want to go find it. I really like it. Most guys either love it or they hate it. So far, I really like Goon tape on my rifles. I've got on this one another AR pistol and the AK sitting behind me there, and I really like it so far. Let's see. So receiver extension, castle nut, and end plate, all Aero Precision. The receiver extensions, they're enhanced version. We'll see. It's a receiver extension. But we'll see how that works. Then B5 Systems Bravo stock. I didn't get the SOPMOD version because I don't carry any beef jerky or fucking licky chewies or anything like that, or batteries inside my stocks or inside my grips in here. So I didn't see paying extra money for something I wasn't going to use. So I got the Bravo stock. Then inside, JP Tune and Polish spring. Does it really make a difference? Maybe. It does seem quieter, but I'm not gonna say it's the cat's pajamas, but I already had one in the shop, so that's what got thrown in here. And then an Aero H2 buffer. We did run this suppressed the other day. Not many rounds, probably 2 magazines worth, no hiccups, so I feel okay about the buffer weight and how it's set up right now. So we have our sling attachment point. This QD mount and the sling both come from Ferro Concepts. The sling is a SLINGSTER. Pretty nifty name. If you watch any of our videos, this is the same sling we use on everything. I really like these as far as up front. Right now, until I figure out exactly how I'm going to mount it, like what I'm going to use and exactly where I'm going to put it, I've just got some gutted 550 cord on here and then a Blue Force Gear U-loop. But they're not the only slings to do this on the market. There's Blue Force Gear, Viking Tactics, Haley Strategic. They all make a sling that basically is adjustable to let tighten or loosen on your body. Traditionally, when you're running, you're going to have your sling loose. If you need to climb over something, or if you're law enforcement or something, or clearing a house and you need to go hands-on, you can tighten it up so your sling's not flopping all over your body. You cinch it up close to your body. But that's pretty much it on it. I really enjoyed shooting it. I look forward to shooting a lot more. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, put them down in the comments. Again, please, if you're not already, like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot, and we all, really appreciate it over here at Lehman 3 Dynamics. Gives us the extra motivation to keep trying to pump some videos out for you. Like I said, any content you want to see us try to do, leave it in the comments. Let us know how we're doing. And again, thanks for watching, guys.